So, surprise, surprise, but I'm back. We are going to be drawing mushrooms today, and actually, it is in real time, so let me just talk you through it. The first thing I did was I decided to make these round circles just to get the gist of the kind of shape I want to go for and the sizing of these mushrooms. I didn't even know initially which ones to go for, how many to do, and if I wanted them to fill out the whole page or if I wanted them to just be in the side, on the left, on the right, just take up half of the page. I am drawing on an A4 piece of paper, and as you can see we have just done 4 of our little mushrooms, and then I decided to do one more little initial sketch. And then once you've done that and you're happy with what you've done, now you're going to kind of outline over those little circles that you've done in those rough sketches, just to get the overall actual shape of your mushroom. I find this is the easier way to get things done, and it's easier to kind of get the shape right straight away rather than rubbing it out and going back and forth constantly while doing it. And in this video you will see that I have done the sketch and the just pencil drawing, and in the next video you will see that you will get the coloured in version, which I'll also do a voiceover for to guide you through it. probably not so good at explaining, but then we're going to do the underside of the mushroom and the general outline of the actual stem bit, if that's what it's called. And once you've done that, you're going to move on to the next mushroom and pretty much just repeat the process. Nothing too complicated at this stage. I think that this is one of the easier drawings to do, to be honest, and it kind of just gets us back into the groove of things and in the groove of uploading our YouTube videos regularly again. I think my favourite mushroom would have to be the one we are doing right now, that little one on the left underneath that big one that we've got here. I just think that the shape of it is pretty much perfect and it just looks so cute. Now this next bit you're just adding is, you can pretend it's grass, or if you look, mushrooms have these little rough bits growing on the stem underneath the mushroom head and also where they're actually growing out of the ground. So that's what I'm just adding here, but again it's just a little rough idea of where I want them to be and how I want them to look. And then you just repeat the same process for the last 3 mushrooms. So I'm kind of going to shut up for this last process there. So just make sure that you've got your shape perfect. When you're going over and outlining the rough circles that you've done, just to get the rough size and shape, make sure that you are very happy with it before you rub out any lines, because those lines are there to help you, and even though it looks messy at first, it will not look messy when you've rubbed it all out. And as you can see, I am reaching that stage now where I'm happy with how it looks. To be honest, looking back at this drawing while I'm editing it, I am not happy with the biggest mushroom. I think that it's too pointy at the top, but it will have to do. Sometimes you only realise these things once you've actually completed the drawing. But it happens, and next time you'll just have to make sure that you do better. So that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, I'm just going to carry on rubbing all of these things, these rough sketch lines out, and just cleaning up this drawing a little bit before I move on to the next stage of the drawing. Also, you can just skip forward the rubbing out part. I'm just showing what exact lines I am rubbing out, just in case you're unsure of what you would have to rub out if you was to recreate this drawing. So I'm just leaving that in, but you can also speed up on YouTube. There's buttons of like even triple X speed at the same time. The next stage of the drawing would pretty much be where I just add the detail, and I think that is literally the only thing that is left for us to do, is add that detail. So as you can see, I'm just going to add texture. I'm going to add texture to the underside of the mushroom, of the largest mushroom, which you can actually see, and the only mushroom that has the underside visible. I'm also going to be adding some texture onto the actual stem of the mushrooms, and I'm going to add some textured spots and bump outs on the actual mushroom heads. And you can take your time on this part, or you can just do rough sketches. I've kind of done it in between. I've done it quite roughly but also a bit neatly on some areas, because when it's time to colour it in, it will be a lot easier for me to do that. And it will be easier for me to locate what parts are what, especially if I'm not going to do the colouring straight away after I've done the sketch. Now this part I did find a bit tricky, only because I want to make it look as natural as possible. This is the little bump outs I was talking about on top of the mushroom heads. I want it to look very natural, and I don't think I was able to really achieve that. I think I'm overthinking it and trying to make it look way too perfect, to the point that it just looks not spaced enough for me, and it doesn't look so natural. But let me know what you think in the comments below. But guys, just like that, we've come to the very end of this video, and I'm really hoping that you enjoyed it. It feels weird talking back on this voiceover. It's like I can't get my words out in a way, which feels a little bit weird. I think as I'm gonna get back into the groove of things, it'll just come naturally. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video. The next video will be coming out on the 4th of August, so in about 3 days time. And yeah, we're going to be posting twice a week again, and I hope you will be there for the next part. But yeah, with all that being said, see you in the next video. Bye guys!